So this is the VANKYO MatrixPad Z4 10.1 inch Android tablet. It comes with a fairly nice, well presented box. If we open up this box, we go straight in and see the tablet. So just take this tablet out, 2 seconds. Underneath the tablet there is the usual stuff. You have your charging brick and cable. It is a micro USB and not USB-C. And then there's your standard charging brick, which is a 5 volt 2000 milliamp charging brick. Okay. Then obviously you get your normal documentation, so there is a support card there, a quick start guide, and then also a standard complete user guide there. Let's just put those to one side and let's take a look at the tablet. Okay, so here's the tablet. I bought this off Amazon for £80 99p. I bought this mainly as a business tablet to take with me to client meetings. It's kind of cheap. It's made of a cheap material. If we take a look at the back, it is completely plastic, but you'd expect that for an £80 tablet. It's not too bad. It's plastic on the back and plastic on the sides. If you flip it over to the screen is also plastic, I believe. It's a very hard plastic, so it's kind of imitating glass, but it's not glass. It's got a little bit of flex to it. It's not got the cold sort of touch and feel to it either that glass would have. So it is plastic, but that's a good thing in one way. It means that it won't shatter if you drop it. It'll probably just dent. If we have a look and give it like kind of a little bit of a bend, it's robust. It kind of creaks a little bit under pressure, but it's not going to fold in half or bend too easily. So overall, the tablet weighs 484 grams. So it is fairly lightweight. It's not super lightweight that it doesn't feel like substantial. It still feels substantial whilst being lightweight. And if we have a look at the ports here, so you can see that there's no ports on 3 sides. There's no ports on either of those 3 sides. They're all just on this one side. And this is where you have the ports and the buttons as well. So starting from the top here, you have the micro USB. You have the micro SD card slot for expandable storage. You can put 128 gig micro SD in there, up to 128 gig. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack, and then there's a volume rocker, up down volume rocker, power button, and also I believe that's a microphone hole as well. There's no option to add a SIM card to this. It's Wi-Fi only for this tablet. This is an 8 megapixel camera on the back with a flash. There's also 2 loudspeakers here, stereo speakers, left and right. Also on the front there is a selfie camera, which is 2 megapixels, which isn't great, but I mean it's an £80 tablet, so you can't ask for much. At least it has a camera and it doesn't just ditch it completely. Okay, so let's go ahead and start it up. So I pre-configured this tablet already, so it's easier to sort of show off in this video. If it does start up, there we go. Okay, there we go, so we've got the load screen. So this tablet runs a 1.5 GHz quad-core ARM processor with 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of onboard flash storage. That can be expanded to 128 GB, like I said, with the micro SD inside. This is a fairly standard spec for this kind of price range. For £80, it's not bad at all, really. That sort of spec will do everything you need for web browsing, email check-in, things like that. If you're looking to play games on it all day, like Fortnite, it's probably not going to do that, to be honest. It is running the latest Android, so Android 9, also known as Pie. So to be honest, it is really up to date. It's got the Google Play Store, You can kind of put any apps that you want onto it. Okay, so let's take a look at the screen. It's a 1280 by 800 pixel HD display, which is fine. There's enough pixels across the screen for it to be detailed and high enough quality for everything that you need. The brightness, however, I would say that it doesn't really get bright enough. This is on the highest brightness that it will go to. Indoors it's fine, but if you're outdoors, the sunlight against the screen, I think the brightness would struggle. You can see against these bright lights here, the screen is kind of completely getting lost in that. So indoors it's completely fine, but outdoors the screen could do with being a little bit brighter. The whole tablet is powered by a 4500 mAh battery, which VANKYO says will last around 8 hours. But I found if you're using it all day, especially if you're using YouTube or playing games or something, it will consume that battery quite fast, and it will probably last more like 4 or 5 hours. Depends how hard you use it, of course. Okay, so let's dive in and give it a little test on Google. So if we just go to Google Chrome, we'll just give it a little bit of a performance test and see how it works. So let's go to BBC. So it's fairly responsive. There is a little bit of lag sometimes between each touch. Wi-Fi works fine on it. There's a strong signal, doesn't seem to ever drop out. And yeah, websites, they can load slowly. It struggles to process all of the images really quickly. But you know, it's okay. It's a perfectly fine browsing experience. So the initial load of YouTube is a little slow compared to high-end flagships, but nothing out of the ordinary. So let's click on this one. See how quickly it loads and how it plays. Obviously there'll be an ad. So it is slow. It's loading all the ads along the side. The full screen view. So it's okay, it works. It can stutter sometimes on YouTube videos, but overall it's perfectly good. Nothing to complain on there really. If you're buying this to watch YouTube on, it's perfectly fine. So let's have a look at the camera. Now the camera app is really basic. There's no HDR, no auto toning, no beauty mode, portrait mode. It is literally just a point and shoot camera, which is fine. It's a tablet at the end of the day. A tablet isn't really a photographic device. You shouldn't be buying a tablet to take pictures. It's really there as a utility to use if you need it. So let's just give it a go. Let's just focus on my logo there. Get that. Let's go with that. Yep. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, you can tell that the camera isn't really the best. I mean, this is a really well lit area, and it is still struggling to kind of pick up any detail there or any light whatsoever. So in summary, this is a great piece of technology for £80. I wouldn't advise purchasing one for heavy usage such as daily work or gaming or daily video editing or anything like that. This is really a device for casual web browsing, casual YouTube use. Yeah, it does what it needs to do for the casual user, but nothing more than that. It's great actually also for kids. Because it's only £80, you're not going to be bothered if it gets scratched, dropped or anything. It's not made of glass, so it shouldn't shatter. And if it does get broken, it's £80, so you know, it's not a big deal to replace it. They can watch Netflix for kids, YouTube for kids on here quite easily, quite happily, and the odd basic kids game. So if you liked this video and want to see more, please gently tap the like button and comment below. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push my videos with every like and comment, so I'd greatly appreciate it as I'm trying to build my channel. I also read all of the comments, so if there's anything you'd like me to make a video of, then let me know, and if there's enough requests for something, I'll try and make it. Also, I will be releasing a video once a week from now on, so if you'd like to see my next videos in your feed, then please hit the subscribe button, and you'll also be able to see what's coming next. It's honestly worth it. I would subscribe. Thanks, and I look forward to next time.